10 creepy and horrifying Disney facts. If you haven't been to Disneyland, we strongly advise you to do so. It's a fabulous location with cheerful music, colorful fantasy buildings, cartoon characters, and plenty of fun. It's the ideal location for a holiday. Every year, families from all over the world visit Disneyland, and the theme park never fails to put a smile on our face. Despite the cheerful fun and outstanding performances by entertainers and others, the Disneyland theme parks include several mysteries and strange truths that we were unaware of. Check out these 10 frightening, bizarre truths about Disneyland that we guarantee you never imagined. You have been cautioned that this may change your perception of what Disneyland is really about. But before we start, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's dig in. Number 10. Walt's frozen head. Let's just cut to the chase. Walt Disney wasn't cryogenically frozen, and his frozen body and/or head isn't underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. In reality, he died in 1966 from lung cancer and was cremated 2 days later. The urban legend likely dates back to an interview in 1972 given by Bob Nelson, president of the Cryonic Society of California. He said that Disney wanted to be frozen, but stressed that he wasn't. Disney's ashes are located at the Forest Lawn Cemetery in Glendale and have not been scattered around Disneyland. Number 9. Disney tracking you. In case you didn't know, if you have the My Disney Experience app on your phone, Disney always knows where you are. You may see pop-ups welcoming you to the park or recommending a local restaurant, among other things. While this might be useful, it is also a little creepy. Disney is collecting information on your food choices, purchases, rides, and other activities in order to keep track of guests' trends. It is impossible to avoid tying advanced dining reservations to your payment card. And what about all that Disney Genie and Genie Plus data? You can bet it's keeping an eye on you. Number 8. Death on a ride. Despite being known as the happiest place on Earth, the Disney parks have experienced a few tragic events. Deborah Stone, a cast member, began working as a ride operator 2 weeks after the Carousel of Progress had become an America Sings attraction. She got caught between the spinning stages and died. Cast members claim they can still hear Deborah telling them to be careful. Number 7. Haunted Mansion. Folks, fasten your seatbelts. We're headed over to the Magic Kingdom to board a doom buggy. As the name suggests, the Haunted Mansion features a few disturbing aspects, especially for small children. We'll begin in the stretching room, which is the ride's pre-show. This one might be frightening for children since the lights go out and there's a lot of screaming. The cast members are a terrifying part of this pre-show. They don't break character by leading you to the dead middle of the room and unexpectedly appearing behind you. Keep an eye out for those cast members. You never know where they could be lurking in the dark. You'll come upon the Haunted Mansion bride a little farther through the journey. She keeps photographs and wedding presents from her husband's weddings in the attic. As you walk by, the grooms in each image vanish, and a new strand of pearls emerges around her neck. What a frightening legacy from a dead husband's past. This will surely creep you out. Number 6. There's a ride that ends in hell. Most of Disneyland's old attractions are dark skies, which indicates they are indoor rides with limited lighting and are intended to create sceneries that you ride through. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, a dark ride, finished with Mr. Toad from The Wind in the Willows, driving into an oncoming train and ending up in hell. Disneyland heated the entire area to contribute to the fun-filled ambiance of park visitors being dead and suffering everlasting torment. The strangest aspect is that it is not a replica of any scene from the film or book adaptation of The Winds in the Willows. Whoever created the ride just wanted to include a stretch where you could see Walt Disney's actual resting place. Number 5. The Pet Cemetery behind the Haunted Mansion. The next time you visit the Haunted Mansion, take a trip behind it. You'll find a cemetery with a gravestone for Mr. Toad. The initial pet cemetery opened in the 1980s, with only a few grave sculptures hidden away on a little area of lawn on the side of the line, out of sight for most visitors. After a few years, Disney Imagineers realized that there were more ghost stories to be told from the animal occupants of the mansion. Number 4. Walt Disney Spies. Yes, Walt Disney employed spies. The second-floor window is visible if you visit the firehouse on Main Street in Disneyland. As Walt was busy developing the park, he erected an apartment overlooking Main Street, which was the hub of all the activities. Walt got the bright idea of spying on visitors with his family to observe what they were talking about at the theme park and assess their emotions from above. Following Walt's death, the business brass placed a candle in the window to assure everyone of Walt's eternal presence. The candle is still burning today, so it's almost as though he never truly left. Number 3. The underground world beneath Disneyland. Disneyland was constructed using an exceedingly complicated, massive underground tube system. This design contains tunnels known as ultidors, which translate to corridor. Walt Disney created these underground passageways so that characters may roam freely and out of the way of the general people. They are also utilized for waste collection. The underground realm spans over 9 acres, and some passages are so extensive that staff must travel by golf cart. The underground tunnels are only accessible if you work at Disneyland. Otherwise, they are entirely restricted and forbidden to the general public. Number 2. Disneyland Paris keeps making people want to kill themselves. Speaking particularly of Disneyland Paris, The Independent and the New York Daily News claimed in 2010 that a chef who served at Disneyland Paris committed suicide. Before committing suicide, the guy wrote on his apartment wall, "I would not want to go back to Mickey's house," in only French. Another staff member attempted to set themselves on fire in November 2013, but it was prevented barely in time. We had no clue Disneyland was so messed up, but working there is clearly not a smart idea. We'll stay away from that one. Number 1. Dead people in Disneyland, or human bones at Disneyland. For years, loved ones would bring the ashes of deceased family members and sprinkle the ashes throughout the Haunted Mansion. Oh my goodness! Besides that, when the Pirates of the Caribbean ride debuted at Disneyland in 1967, all of the skeletons were real human bones. Cast members claimed that there were no more human bones on the ride. However, some people are still skeptical. According to Disney expert Jason Petros of the Ears Up podcast, there are 4 bones on the ride. 2 are on the small islands just after the boat falls to the lower level, and there is 1 on the bedchamber hung on the headboard, and the other is trapped under a flaming timber in the jail scene. How shocking were these facts about Disneyland? Share your comments in the comment section if you weren't expecting this from the most delightful place. If you enjoyed the video, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.